Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true.
Sisters and brothers, let us concentrate on three aspects of the liturgy in fifth Sunday in Lent. The first aspect, God's claim on us, or God's experience. We are all created by God, and God has claimed you and me and whole humanity. What a wonderful thing. What a beautiful reality that we are being claimed by God. Brothers and sisters, do you feel the same way? I feel that I am being claimed by God. Throughout the history of humanity, God has been claiming the humanity, people of God, people of Israel, and all of us through different prophets, through different kings, and through different situations. God has been telling you and me and everybody around us, you are my own. You are my people. I will not abandon you. And in our first reading today from the prophet Jeremiah, God is telling the people of Israel that you are my own. I will make a covenant with you. I will make a covenant, not an ordinary covenant, not any covenant, but a covenant of hope, a covenant of love, a covenant of faith. Sisters and brothers, that is the covenant we can speak about today as we reflect on the reality of God's creation and God's claim on each one of us. Do I feel that God has claimed me? At baptism, we know that we have received the Spirit of God, which means God put His own Spirit into us, which means God has directly claimed each one of us. Very fact, sometimes we celebrate birthday every year. And what do we celebrate? Is it just the celebration? You buy expensive cake and flowery cake, and you cut the cake and distribute and be happy and party and so forth? No, it is more than that. Because very fact we are born, which means God, it is God's plan that I am being born. It is God who is going to create you and me. Therefore, the birthday, that very fact, I and you are born, which means God has claimed us. Therefore, in prophet Isaiah, God says, I have called you by your name, and I have carved your name on my palm, which means God has a direct claim on each one of us. Second aspect, humility. Let us reflect a little bit on the reality of humility or the virtue. It is a Christian virtue. It is an important virtue, and it plays a significant role in each one of us' life. Sisters and brothers, all of us would like to be recognized. All of us like to be in the forefront. All of us like to be in the limelight. Brothers and sisters, Jesus Christ clearly has told, those who want to be first, they should be the last. And those who want to be last, they will be first. Therefore, humble yourselves, sisters and brothers. For me, as a priest, it is important to humble myself, because God has called me, God has given me a mission to be with the people of God. Not to be in the limelight, not to be in front, not to be telling everybody, I am the boss. No, it is a humble mission that God has given me to be the servant of the people of God. Sisters and brothers, Jesus Christ did exactly the same. Humility was paramount important for Jesus Christ. It played a significant role in Jesus' life. And in the second reading, we hear from the letter to the Hebrews that although he was Son of God, he learned to obey through his sufferings But having been made perfect, he became for all who obey him the eternal salvation. Sisters and brothers, we all know Jesus Christ came to do his Father's will. Wonderful thing. Jesus Christ obeyed his Father. Therefore, at the Garden of Gethsemane, when Jesus Christ is feeling that he is abandoned, Jesus says, "No, it is not my will. Your will be done." Sisters and brothers, we also have to be humble. We will be in the limelight many times. We will be having to take care of people. We will be bosses in our workplaces. We will be leaders in the society. We will be leaders in the family. But how do I humble myself so that it benefits everybody and benefits the society, benefits the family, benefits everyone? And hence, Jesus' words might come true. Humble yourselves. The third aspect, death. Brothers and sisters, this is an important reality of life, but I'm sure not most of us like to talk about it because it is painful. Death leaves us with scars of pain. We have several questions in our minds, my dear brothers and sisters, about why we have to die. Why a child hardly seen the world has to die. Why an old man has to die. Why a young man has to die. Why a young woman has to die. Sisters and brothers, this is the only certain thing in life. The death is the only permanent and certain thing in life. Therefore, don't hesitate to speak about it because it is the reality of our human society, our humanity. Jesus says clearly in our gospel reading today, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains a single grain. But it falls and dies, it will produce harvest in plenty. Therefore, when we die to ourselves, when we die in our body, we will be risen in Christ. Let us have that hope because Jesus Christ himself has told, I am the resurrection of life. And on the third Sunday in Lent, Jesus Christ is talking about his own death. It is important to note how Jesus Christ is going through a phase in life where he speaks to his disciples his own end times. And he says in our gospel reading today, in John chapter 12, verse 31, the sentence is being passed on this world. Now the prince of the world is to be cast down. And when I am lifted up from the earth, I shall draw all people to myself. With these words, Jesus referred to the kind of death he was to die. Therefore, let us remember Jesus also had to go through this reality of death. Sisters and brothers, can you accept this reality of death? Easier said than done. Probably it is hard, but let us accept our own people when they die. Our own beloved people die and leave us and go away. How do I react to it? How do I feel about it? How do I come to grips? How do I accept that reality that a person who loved me so much is no more around me? And for those of us left in this world, I think it is a time for us to pray for those people who are suffering because of the loss of their beloved one. Maybe a gentle pat on the back, maybe a smile, maybe just sitting in their presence would make a big difference in their lives. And let us make our world a beautiful place, especially those who are suffering because of the loss of their beloved one.
Change my heart, oh God. make it ever true.